Hello, Indy Mogul. It's me, Arissa Beck, moderator on the forums, and I've been chosen to be spotlighted. So, a question I get often is, am I related to Eric Beck? And I'm just gonna say this for the last time, no, I am not related to Eric Beck. We just know each other from Indy Mogul, so we're not married, we're not cousins or brother and sister. So that's the last time I'm going to answer that question, so stop bothering me with it. So a little about me. As you may know, I am a special effects makeup artist. I go to school right now at a small university near Chicago for photography. So photography kind of plays a little bit into film, but not much. So I don't really know what I'm talking about when it comes to cameras and editing things. So I'm not the person to ask those types of questions to. But I do know a lot about makeup, so feel free to ask me anything about makeup. What I do at Indy Mogul, I'm a moderator, so I just move things around to different sections of the forms, edit things that might be inappropriate. I'm just there to be like a positive kind of role model to younger kids and older kids, just to kind of keep things in order and make sure everyone's being helpful and polite to each other. So that's what I do. I've also had 2 guest blogs from Wes. He's been kind enough to let me have those. So yeah, that's pretty much a little bit about me. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a little bit of my work. These first set of pictures are from the zombie spoof entitled Zombie Hunter. This was my first time doing special effects makeup, like I said earlier. I gathered the zombies and I used baby powder to make them pale. Series of greens, browns, and purples for the shading and the parts where they look decayed, and then my recipe of blood to do the blood. Like I said, this was my first time ever doing zombies, and as you can see, it's pretty lacking in some sorts, but it's also kind of okay, I guess, for the first time. Next, there are a series of photos that I took for my final and intro to photography class. This was the first time I worked with liquid latex also. I didn't use the technique Indy Mogul does. I did my own, where I just kind of made scabs and gashes with liquid latex and toilet paper, and I color them like a really gross color, like the greens and purples that you can see. I also splattered a bunch of fake blood, which you can see, which I think it adds to the photos. I also did most of the costume work here. If I couldn't find it in a thrift store, I actually made the costume, which I think is actually a good skill to learn when you start getting into serious movies and stuff. Having all of those aspects to the film are really gonna make your film. Just paying attention to details. So this is what I did here, and there's some funny pictures in here too. So away from the gore for a minute, this is also what I do, is stage makeup for theater, for like musicals and plays. And these photos that you're gonna see are from a play called Waiting for Godot that I did, I think, 2 years ago, which was directed by one of my friends. You can see that the makeup is really different for stage makeup than like makeup on film, because everything needs to be really exaggerated. Like you can see lines and on the people, just because the audience in the back need to be able to see, and the lights kind of wash everything out. So these characters look older when you're in the audience, but when you're as close as I was, because I was actually on stage taking these photos during a rehearsal, you can see where it's different, and you can just see like lines of highlights and shadows. So that's something else I really like doing, and I have a really good time doing it. Yeah. Next pictures are a film I worked on entitled One by One by one of my good friends, Jennifer Janellis. It's a really great film, one of the best that I've worked on so far. These are some film stills that I was able to take on location while they were filming, and it was the coldest day of the year, and everyone was really great, just by kind of putting up with that. One of the pictures you can see is a guy with an eyeball kind of hanging out of his head. This was done, I think, the night before. I'd never done anything like this, and I was like, oh, maybe we can make someone look really gross and have an eyeball hanging out. So I made it with like cotton ball and some like latex and string and a big bandage to put over their eye. It doesn't look really good up close, but from far away in the movie it looks really, really good, and looks really, really gross. So there's also another set, or another photo, where you see a bunch of zombies opening up someone's stomach, and that was achieved by a plastic Ziploc bag and some liquid latex and toilet paper intestines, and a bunch of chunks of toilet paper soaked in blood. It was also really cool, and a last minute kind of thing also. There's some up close shots of them chowing down, which are kind of cool too. My time is up. I just want to say thank you, Peter, for choosing me for this interview. It's been really fun. Thank you to everyone on the forums for supporting me and loving my work. Thank you, Indy Mogul, for teaching me so much and giving me the opportunity to be a part of a little bit of what you guys do. Thanks, and bye.